Budgeting is one of the most important management accounting processes because it helps organizations translate strategic objectives into operational actions. Within the program framework, budgeting is not simply a financial exercise but a management tool that supports value creation, resource allocation, and performance management. Organizations prepare budgets for several interconnected reasons, including planning, communication, coordination, motivation, and control. Each rationale contributes to organizational effectiveness by ensuring that managers and employees understand objectives, allocate resources efficiently, and monitor progress toward desired outcomes. A well-designed budgeting system therefore supports both short-term operational success and long-term strategic achievement. Planning is the primary rationale for budgeting and involves determining how organizational objectives will be achieved in the future. Managers use budgets to forecast revenues, costs, cash flows, resource requirements, and operational activities. Through the planning process, organizations evaluate alternative courses of action, identify potential risks and opportunities, and establish measurable targets. Budgeting encourages managers to think proactively about future conditions rather than reacting to events after they occur. Effective planning helps organizations allocate scarce resources efficiently, prepare for uncertainty, and align operational activities with strategic goals. Consequently, budgeting serves as a roadmap that guides decision-making throughout the planning period. Communication represents another important rationale for budgeting. Organizations consist of multiple departments, functions, and management levels that must share information effectively. The budgeting process provides a formal mechanism for communicating organizational objectives, expectations, priorities, and performance targets throughout the business. Senior management communicates strategic goals downward, while operational managers communicate resource requirements and operational constraints upward. This two-way exchange of information ensures that employees understand their responsibilities and how their activities contribute to overall organizational success. Effective budget communication reduces misunderstandings, improves transparency, and promotes greater organizational alignment and accountability. Coordination is closely linked to communication and focuses on integrating activities across different parts of the organization. Many business functions are interdependent, meaning that decisions made in one department affect performance elsewhere. For example, sales forecasts influence production schedules, purchasing requirements, staffing levels, and cash flow planning. The budgeting process helps coordinate these activities by ensuring that departmental plans are consistent and mutually supportive. Through coordination, organizations can avoid resource conflicts, eliminate inefficiencies, and ensure that operational activities work together toward common objectives. Effective coordination improves organizational performance and strengthens the implementation of strategic plans. Motivation is another significant rationale for budgeting because budgets establish targets that encourage employees and managers to achieve desired levels of performance. Well-designed budgets provide challenging but attainable objectives that inspire effort, commitment, and accountability. Participation in the budgeting process can further enhance motivation by giving managers ownership of targets and increasing their commitment to achieving them. When employees understand expectations and believe targets are realistic, budgets can stimulate improved performance and continuous improvement. However, unrealistic or excessively demanding budgets may have the opposite effect, causing frustration, reduced morale, and dysfunctional behavior. Effective budget design therefore balances ambition with practicality. Control is a fundamental rationale for budgeting and involves monitoring actual performance against planned performance. Once budgets have been established, managers compare actual results with budgeted targets to identify variances and assess organizational effectiveness. Significant deviations prompt investigation and corrective action where necessary. This process enables management to identify operational problems, control costs, improve efficiency, and ensure resources are being used effectively. Budgetary control also supports accountability by measuring performance against agreed expectations. Through regular monitoring and feedback, organizations can maintain focus on objectives and respond quickly to changing circumstances that may affect performance. Although planning, communication, coordination, motivation, and control are often discussed separately, they are highly interrelated within an effective budgeting system. Planning establishes objectives, communication shares those objectives, coordination aligns activities, motivation encourages achievement, and control evaluates outcomes. Weakness in any one area can reduce the effectiveness of the entire budgeting process. For example, strong planning without effective communication may result in confusion, while effective motivation without proper control may fail to identify performance problems. Successful organizations therefore integrate all 5 rationales to create a comprehensive framework for managing resources and achieving strategic goals. In conclusion, budgeting serves multiple important purposes beyond simply forecasting financial results. Planning helps organizations prepare for the future and allocate resources effectively. Communication ensures that objectives and expectations are understood throughout the organization. Coordination aligns departmental activities and supports organizational integration. Motivation encourages employees and managers to achieve challenging but realistic targets. Control provides a mechanism for monitoring performance and implementing corrective action when necessary. Together, these 5 rationales demonstrate why budgeting remains one of the most powerful management tools available to organizations. When properly designed and implemented, budgeting enhances decision-making, accountability, efficiency, and long-term organizational success.